Real quick, I'm wearing this on purpose in tribute.
Yes.
Weird Heralds for Danny Bassine.
Yes.
The founder. He just passed away. I just saw him in
Yeah.
there at the counter.
Yeah, very big loss for our community, for sure.
Yeah. I've been buying records there for about 15 years, and I always will. So, yeah. So this is for Danny. But Christy's here with us today. So is your title, is it account executive? What is your title at Titan Broadcasting and Digital Group?
Marketing consultant.
Marketing
officially.
consultant. Yes, good.
And that's because really when it comes down to working with our clients, I think Amy and I both prefer to try to find the solutions that best fit the immediate needs of the client. Like maybe they have something they need right now and they have goals for the future. So to try to sit down and talk to them about further than just one campaign. We want to help them actually build their business and meet their goals. So we are marketing consultants.
You sell airtime.
Airtime,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
We sell solutions is what I like to say.
Yeah.
So not only with radio, but obviously we can do the live broadcast. We can put together custom promotions that might fit the customer's need to help them build a database or build their Facebook following. And of course, digital solutions as well.
What is the uncovery for me? I'm a new business owner and I've got a market, just Facebook isn't going to get me tons of foot traffic. Some people can get by with that. It's a very rare, right?
Right.
What is the uncovery like?
The uncovery is trying to find out what the end goal is for the client. So are they looking to maybe reach a new audience, like they want to, or maybe they have a new product line that they want to promote? Maybe they have, maybe they're trying to get more into the digital space and they need to draw traffic to their website. Like, what is the goal?
Yeah.
So really, it's conversational. I don't think there's any meeting I've gone into that has been identical. They all are going to just kind of vary on what the client wants to do. And, there's specific questions that we need to know, like in terms of, their profit centers, what do they have available to bring in revenue, who is their current client or, customer base, and who do they want to be their client or customer base.
Yeah.
But from there, it's really conversational.
Yeah. Trying to get foot traffic, and if they're not in a category, if they're not, say, I don't know, heating and cooling, there's a lot of people that do that. And if they have a really specific category, that might be more of a challenge, or maybe it would be easier for them. But the goal is to help them with their commercials and their message, see new customers and keep the old ones coming back.
And past the commercial itself or the message, but actually their business goals, help them grow. We want them, we always say at Titan Broadcasting and Digital Group, our success is based on making you successful too, and that's really true.
Yeah.
For us to be successful, our businesses and our community need to thrive, and that's what we want to help them do.
I couldn't juggle what you do.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
I've been kind of in this industry, obviously just here at Titan for the last 3 years now. But, working in the community and marketing for over 15. So you just kind of get used to it. You get used to your days never being exactly the same, your time frames never being exactly the same. And I like it. I don't know that I could go back to just doing something that's the same thing every single day.
Let's do that. Let's go back. So where's Christy Bauer from? Where are you from?
So I was born in Keokuk, so from Southeast Iowa originally. My parents were both went to high school there.
Yeah.
But I grew up most of my life in Cedar Rapids, and I graduated from Cedar Rapids Jefferson.
Okay.
So I came back here, and I'm actually an SCC alumni. I went to school there for the sales and marketing program. My mom was a nursing instructor there, so it was a great deal on school.
Yeah.
Then I came back here and kind of started my life. And
Keokuk, am I saying it right? Keokuk?
Yeah, well, some people say Kilcook if they're from there. But
really?
Yes, but it's Keokuk.
Okay. They say what?
Kilcook, like with an L.
Okay. Even folks that are rooted there sometimes say that, yeah.
Usually, mostly.
Wow, okay.
From there,
all right.
with the L.
So I'd be welcome if I went in and said Kilcook.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But Cedar Rapids is big, so you went from small to big. And what was it like growing up there?
Good.
Yeah.
Good. Yeah. Lots of siblings. So always busy. I was in soccer and I played volleyball and worked, so I was very busy.
Yeah. And then out of college, where did you go? What was the first big gig?
The Hawkeye newspaper. I was there for almost 15 years. So,
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Wore about every hat there, from being their first digital sales person, going out and talking to businesses, and then that evolved from there because it was really, digital marketing was really new for them at the time that
Sure.
I started there. So it kind of evolved to more of a digital content coordinator, because as I'd be out talking to businesses, I'd find out more what they needed.
I bet when you got in that newspapers really needed digital at that time to survive, because there was some
did.
struggles with newspapers then, right?
Yes.
About the time you
Yes.
started. Yeah.
Mhm. So yeah, I mean, I learned a lot there. I did a lot of training. I went to a lot of digital seminars, like in Chicago. Most of them were in Chicago, to kind of learn about the digital marketing industry. So it was a great learning experience. Some of the changes that happened there just weren't the right fit for me, and then this opportunity came up here at Titan, and it was a good move for me. Radio's a lot of fun.
Yeah. Well, 15 years that's a heck of an investment. And
Yeah.
I bet you made a lot of connections and people you still know.
Oh yeah,
there.
for sure. Yeah, both clients and people that I work with, for sure.
Tell us a little bit about your family.
Okay, so I am married. Excuse me. My husband's name is Jaden.
Yeah.
We've been together for 12 years, married for 6.
Yeah.
I have a 16-year-old daughter who will be 17. She's a junior at West Burlington.
Yeah.
From previous marriage, but Jaden's been really in her life since she was 5. So yeah, very much gelled as a family there. And then we adopted a little boy last year. So we just actually celebrated our 1-year gotcha day with him on March 7th.
You call it gotcha day, the day you got him, that he was really a part of the family.
Yes. So it's way more than 15 minutes to get into that whole backstory. But
That's so great. Yeah. A challenge, adopting.
It is. It's a process for sure. It's to go through, but it's very fulfilling. So highly recommend, if anyone's thinking about it, to look into it.
Did you foster before that?
We did, yes.
Yeah.
We adopted him out of the foster care system, yes.
Yeah, that's pretty great. What do you have advice for families that are doing that or going through it? And sometimes it gets frustrating, right? And maybe it looks like it might not happen, or what advice would you give?
I would say that it is... fostering is something that is really, really needed, more than people probably even realize, and I didn't realize how much of a need it was even in our local communities until we were going through the process. And I would say every situation is going to look a little different. The goal usually is to unify the families again.
Yeah.
That's not always the case. So, there can be some struggles, but it's rewarding, I think, no matter what the outcome is or what that story looks like.
If you're going to foster, you and your spouse, you and your partner, you got to be on the same page.
Yes.
Right?
100%. Yes.
Yeah.
Like in terms of what age of children are you willing to foster? How long do you want to do this for? And you get some guidance as well, from the agencies and from the state of, what would be the best fit for your household, like literally the way your household is set up, and your family. So you go through that whole process.
5 years ago, when your daughter was starting to be a teenager, did you think, I'm going to adopt, I'm going to have a 2-year-old, I'm going to adopt I'm going to adopt a baby?
No, we did not. No,
It's pretty good. It's pretty amazing.
It definitely, he came into our path for sure.
Yeah, that's great. You do marketing along with Amy Burkhart here at the radio station.
Mm-hmm.
2 of you for our 2 stations.
Yes.
That's a lot, serving a great big community. How do you guys juggle that?
Well, I think we both have a lot of experience in dealing with clients and kind of in this industry, so I think that helps. But we have a lot of support. Missy Allen is huge support. Mercedes is huge support. You're huge support. Our whole staff is really great in helping us. I mean, we need the clients to keep moving forward and doing great things like this. Investing in change. So I think the whole staff is a great support system.
We're a small team, but mighty.
We are a mighty team.
I
would say that as well.
Yeah.
Small but mighty. I love that.
What do you see as a challenge when you go into a business? Like the number one thing they're doing wrong when you go in that maybe you can try to help fix?
So I do think a lot of people need some consultation when it comes to digital marketing, just kind of knowing what they're doing currently. For example, you mentioned Facebook earlier.
Yeah.
Most people are doing Facebook, and they're doing it well.
Yeah.
Right? They're posting on Instagram. They're posting on Facebook. Some of them are even getting into Reels. They're doing a great job. But then do they really know how many people are seeing those?
Sure.
Are they following their insights? Are they seeing what it's actually bringing to them? And that's where I think what Amy and I can do with more of a consultative approach to help them kind of figure out, this is what I'm doing, is it working?
Yeah.
And if it's not, what can we do better? Also with just creative messaging, we were just talking about you helping with commercials, for example. Finding a new way that is engaging to catch people's attention, whether that be through video, radio commercial, social media, whatever it may be, just finding a way to engage, because, it's competitive out there.
Well, and some people aren't even in the digital world. They don't know, like, I've got to do this digital marketing. I've got to have a digital ad on a website, or I've got to have a website, or I should be on Facebook and Instagram. I don't know how to do that. I've only had audio commercials. Yeah. How do I get into that world? You encounter that on occasion.
Absolutely. And just having a website, for example, doesn't mean it's doing you any good.
Yeah.
If it's not a good experience or you don't have the right information on there, then it might be more of a harm than help. So there's that too. Just kind of figuring out what you have, where you want to be, and what we need to do to get there.
Who does it really well? Can you call out a business?
I'd rather not. I think because there's so many different, there are a lot of businesses around here that do it very well.
Yeah.
And they do it well in different ways. And I think that really depends on your niche, and are you a larger business? Are you a smaller business? Are you a financial institution? Are you a retail business? Are you a restaurant? Like, the way you do your marketing is completely different. But there are a lot of clients that do it well around here.
What is your favorite thing to do out of work when you take your marketing hat off, you and the family, or just Christy? What is your favorite thing to do outside of work?
I like doing things for and with my family. So as my daughter is a junior, I'm taking more and more, what's the word I'm looking for? Everything that she does means more,
Yeah.
Like, I just see sort of like, okay, her childhood kind of starting to wrap up here. So doing things, going to her games, watching her at speech, just spending time together.
That kind of consumes you when you're not working, right?
Yes,
yeah.
But in a good way.
Yeah.
I also do some classes at the Y that I like a lot. So I do a pound class, I do a Zumba class, and a full body workout. So those are fun, and it's good to get out and like have time with other women my age that are also trying to just like have that as a release,
Yeah. And football games, who do you root for around here? Like Iowa?
Oh, the Hawkeyes.
The Hawkeyes,
Yep, definitely.
Football, basketball, or football is huge for you guys, yeah.
Basketball for sure. I think we are all watching March Madness for sure, especially for the women's team this year.
Yeah.
Of where that's going to go. They are really exciting to watch. I also am a huge football fan, so it's not always as fun to watch the Hawkeye football team,
right,
as it is the women's basketball team.
But it's a blast to go to the games and just be with the people.
Absolutely. Yeah, there's nothing like a Saturday at Kinnick, that's for sure.
Favorite place to dine out in Burlington? One of them. Where do you love to go?
I got to be honest with you, going anywhere recently, we don't, because you don't take the 2-year-old out, we pick up.
Yeah.
We pick up from Jerry's a lot. I do love going both to the Drake and to Martini's on their patio in the summertime. D&E Grill in Mediapolis.
D&E.
Yes.
Yeah.
They have great food there, and oftentimes we'll pick stuff up, especially during soccer season, like in the fall, I guess it is, when my daughter plays for CISA. We have a lot of tournaments up in the Muscatine area, so we'll stop and grab food there on our way back. So, yeah, those are a few of them, but there's we're blessed with a lot of good dining options around here.
Yeah.
Pookie's downtown, the Bean Counter for lunch, there's a lot of good options.
Is it Time and Spice, right?
Time and Spice.
Time and Spice,
yes,
yeah.
Yes.
I know exactly where it is now because you sent me for coffee to the Bean Counter, and
and
I
you
came
walked right
past,
by it.
so I know where it's at now. Yeah.
Yeah.
They have the best cheeseburgers. Oh my goodness.
And noodle bowls.
Yeah.
Good options there.
All right. Christy, any advice for before we wrap up here? 15 minutes with Christy Bauer for new business owners that want to start marketing digitally and maybe on the radio. Besides giving us a call,
I think just being open to suggestions, talking through it, being open to have a meeting to really be a little vulnerable in that conversation about what your end goal is. The more we know, the more we can help. So I guess that would be my advice.
Tell your story.
Tell your story and let us help you do that.
Yeah. Well, thanks for hanging out with us.
Yeah, thank you.
We're going to go back to work together probably.
We are, yeah lots to do.
15 minutes with Christy Bauer, originally from Keokuk, or Kilcook. Cedar Rapids, now Burlington, and rooted in the area. And so glad to come to work and see your face every day. Thanks, Christy.
Thank you. I enjoy seeing yours as well, Eric.
Appreciate it.